beautiful people. How you doing? It's your girl Tastee. I miss you guys so much. So I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel on how my readings work because I waste like 4 minutes explaining that. And I know I will listen to it all every time, especially if I'm a returning subscriber. Also, if you are new, welcome to my channel. I hope you're able to find something here that you like. If you want to hit the subscription button, you can do so and join the family. And those who are returning, what's up? What it do, baby? I appreciate your continued support. But yeah, so I've been having a lot on my plate lately, and it's been very, very overwhelming getting 12 videos out. It was very much so capable when that was all I was doing, but yeah, I have more things added onto my plate. So I'm going to do 6 videos a week. And it's going to be based off of the views for the previous week on who's going to get their video out there earlier. So this is just the continued 6 from last week. So we're still going to be doing a problem solution spread. And if you want to get your video out there earlier in the week or the week before, just make sure you keep your views up so you can watch the video a few times. Honestly, I recommend that only because like you really end up like seeing things or hearing things that you didn't hear the first time. You're just like, oh, So, or you can just send it to people who you feel like would resonate with the message. Read the description box below if you are new and you want to understand how my readings work. But this one is called the problem size solution spread. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I feel like that's pretty much it. If you do want a personal reading, you can most definitely email me, and that is also in the description box below. So thank you so very much, Spirit. I appreciate you. What positive affirmation card would you like to start my Leos off with? Show me clearly, please. I miss you guys. I can say that much. Wow, oh my gosh, you got 4 cards. I'm going to take it just because, but it's so many. So it says, I now create a wonderful new job. So it says, I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position using my creative skills and abilities working for and with people I love in a wonderful location and earning good money. And then it says, all is well in my world. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. That is beautiful. Then it says, it's only a thought and a thought can be changed. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insight and new ways of looking at my world. I am willing to change and grow. Beautiful. And then it says, I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. It is my mind that creates my experiences, and I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. So this is very, very beautiful, you guys. Like, especially the I now go beyond the other people's fears and limitations. This is like I'm doing things that a lot of people may not 100% agree with. I'm thinking in a way that a lot of people would not 100% agree with. I'm doing some very risky things, and this is like I'm not going to, place those fears and limits in my own mind, especially where it says like it's only your thoughts and thoughts can be changed. So it's just like, I'm not going to allow for that person's fear to be placed on me. All is well in my world. I can create the type of life that I want. I can create the type of stability that I want, and it can be done with the things that I love doing. So that's very, very beautiful. You guys, I hurt my finger. I don't know if y'all can really see it. It is so like ugly, but like I dropped the car battery on it and it hurts. And so it's like bleeding on the inside. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first card is going to be where you're at currently. So this is how you're going to be able to tell if it is your story or not. So thank you so very much, Spirit. Can you show me where my Leos are at currently? Where my Leos at currently? Okay, so where you're at currently, we do have the Queen of Wands. This is beautiful because this is most definitely Leo energy. This is you building up your confidence, wanting to take a lot of actions, really tapping into your own creative ability. So I see a lot of you guys are really doing your best to create your world the way that you want, really going beyond people's limitations and fears. I do feel like you are feeling like you're going back and forth, or you're in limbo. So one day you're feeling really good, one day you're not, or you just feel like you're being juggled. You feel like you're being juggled, or you feel like you're juggling things. So it's just like I'm barely keeping my head above the water, but I do feel like you are most definitely working to go to calmer waters. You're working to look where it says it's only a thought. and thoughts can be changed. That's what you're working on right now. So the Six of Swords is like looking at cold hard truths and cold hard facts. It's not decisions you really want to make, but it's just like, if I want what I say I'm going to get, I'm going to have to do these things. So this is like, this environment isn't serving my peace. This environment isn't challenging me to be my best self. This environment isn't what I said that I wanted. So we do have the Justice card with the Tower card being here. So this is like you literally making some very, very tough decisions to go towards calmer waters with the people you're relating with, your own connections, your own environment, and et cetera, et cetera. I see that you're really working to get your world the way you want it to be, because I do see that there is a lot of conflict. We have the Five of Wands here. So this is like a lot of gossip, a lot of feeling like you're in competition with other people, or just other people. Just, it's like arguments. Some of you guys, it could be in your work field, but just feeling uneasy, feeling like, you know, you're in competition with people, or you're battling with people, or you're always arguing, and you just don't like to be in that mental space, you know, feel like argumentative, or being around people who are argumentative. So let's see what problems might you encounter in the near future. But I do see you are building your confidence. This is a Queen of Wands, you guys, and even though it's a queen, it doesn't mean that you're a woman. We're all made up of masculine and feminine energy, but this is you tapping into your creative side, you guys. And women create, females create, the feminine energy create. I won't say women, but feminine energy does create a very, very powerful person. So you're looking at, you know, your past and things that have ended in your life, and you're seeing, especially relationships, a lot of relationships, significant relationships, romantic and platonic, just the dynamics of those relationships and the way that they have ended. You're seeing how can you reshape your world, or build a new foundation, learning from those past relationships. So some of you guys, I see there were people who you did business with in the past, and you're just like, you know, what did those relationships teach me about how I want my world to be? What did those relationships teach me on, you know, what type of foundation I want to build in the type of relationships that I'm building in the future, work related, romantic and platonic, you know. So let us see what problems might you encounter in the near future. Really wanting to take control of your life overall, though. Queen of Wands, very, very beautiful. Not allowing for your past to really stop you. So feeling empowered because of your imperfections and the things that you've been through. But I do see, you know, y'all are going, like, your world is breaking down. It is breaking down. It feels rough. It feels like you're tired of being lied to. I see there's a lot of deception. There's a lot of mental blockages there. But I do see you are working to keep it in control. Like, you're working to, like, legit go to calmer waters. Remember what they said, it's only a thought, and thoughts can be changed. So you're just like, you know, like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things are being revealed. And so it's just like, okay, this is the truth about this situation, and I'm going to see what I can do with this truth. You know, it's like your world is breaking down, but it's so that a much more sturdier foundation can be built with you in control, of your own virtual reality. So usually foundations break down when people aren't being their authentic self. Relationships end when people aren't being their authentic self, whether that's romantic, in a job field, you know, yourself, etc., etc. And authentic self is like you saying you love people when you love them. You know, if you have something to say behind their back, making sure you say it in their face. Just being who you are authentically, you know. So good. It's like a good and bad. It's not always just, you know, lying, cheating, stealing type of thing, but it's like legit. If you mean something, but you're not being, you know, not being afraid to be who you are. So if you're afraid to be who you are around certain people, or certain people are afraid to be who they are around you, then those relationships will end. So let us see what problems might you encounter in the near future. So the problems that you may encounter in the near future, you guys, we have the Three of Wands and the Four of Cups. This is like you feeling like you're being taken for granted. You feeling rejected. I do feel like you're kind of tired of waiting. The Three of Wands do talk about waiting. You're waiting to feel better. You're waiting for your heart to heal. You're waiting, waiting to create the life that you want. You're waiting to be more patient. You're waiting for things to be more balanced. You're waiting for this deception to go away. Wow, this is crazy, you guys. Look at that. because where you're at now is the Queen of Wands. So you got the King of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So this is most definitely someone who matches your energy. I do feel like a possible problem you may encounter is possibly feeling either rejected or taken for granted by someone who you feel like matches your energy. Like I said, some of you guys, this is most definitely someone who works with you. It could be a boss or another business owner, someone who's in the same like what's it called, field as you, like same field as you. Other you guys, it could be most definitely a romantic partner, who you feel like is always taking from you, or who you feel like is always starting arguments with you because they are hiding something. I do feel like you're gonna have problems in just feeling like just changing your direction. There's a lot of heartache here, and I do feel like yeah, so some of you guys, it's most definitely a romantic relationship. Some of you guys, it's just you embracing your gifts to take the action. Like I said, the Queen of Wands is someone who's very creative, but she sits, she sits wanting to create. The King of Wands is someone who's ready to take action. You see how he's barely like sitting in his chair. He wants to get up out his chair and start taking action. Sometimes he's just like, you know what, I have to balance between my masculine and my feminine. I don't have to always work, but the masculine energy is someone who put their hands on, they persevere, they understand that, they're going to succeed because they're not going to give up. So for some of you guys, if this isn't like the romantic sense, it's most definitely career. So this is like you building a new foundation, and because of things have broken down with that Tower card, the foundation is broken down, your confidence has been lowered a little bit, and so you're just like I have to wait to embrace all of my skills. I have to wait to feel better about myself. I have to wait to feel like I can control or can create the type of world that I want. I have to heal my heart, with this Three of Swords being here. But this is you, not lying to yourself about just your own mindset and not wanting to get back at people, you guys, because with that Seven of Swords, and especially with the Five of Wands next to it, it's just like I feel defeated. I feel defeated. I feel defeated. I feel like, I'm not doing as well as this person. I feel like I'm not doing well as that person. So it could most definitely be you comparing yourself. And because you are comparing yourself, you feel like you have to wait until you start taking the actions that you want to create the life that you truly, truly want. You have to wait until you can truly, truly embrace your skills and your gifts and all your talents and stuff. I see it's a lot of waiting to create, waiting to be more balanced, waiting until your heart is healed, and etc. etc. And I think it's beautiful to wait, as far as like being around other people. If you feel like you're going to hurt them because you're hurt. But I do feel like what this is saying is just like you're not even really looking up at offers or the own skills that you have or the actions that you can take because of your heartache. So it's like you don't want to do anything. Like I said, the King of Wands is someone who legit wants to get out of their seat. But as the Queen of Wands, where you're at right now, she's sitting comfortably in her seat, just kind of looking. She's healing. She is healing, and healing is beautiful. Healing is beautiful. I do feel like it could be possibly saying, what actions can I take, or have a balance of that, a balance of give and take, especially with the Temperance card is talking about, not resting too much and not working too much. So I do feel like this is more like, how can I take more proactive steps towards actually putting actions towards the things that I want to create for myself. How can I take more actions towards not feeling like I'm in competition with other people? What actions can I take to heal my heart? What actions can I take to get closer to my spirituality? What actions can I take to, feel like I can be my authentic self? Like, how can I get more comfortable with being my authentic self? How can I learn myself more? Like, what can I do to step out of my comfort zone? Those type of things. So let's see what you can do to avoid these possible problems that you may encounter in the future. Also, you guys, this could be you waiting for an offer from someone, and you're just tired of waiting, and during that waiting period you're feeling rejected, and because of that waiting period you may possibly be feeling like you may possibly feel like that person could be just deceiving you. I'm not saying that they're not, because the Seven of Swords is there, but I do see there's a lot of healing taking place, and you can't rush anyone's healing process. I can say that much. So maybe even possibly just waiting for someone to heal so that they can offer you something is also a possible obstacle for you guys. Let me put this thing on silence. And um, I'm just getting multiple stories. Doing my best to not make it too long with the stories that I'm getting, but see, some of you guys is love and some of y'all is career. Some of y'all is both of them. But let's see what you can do to avoid these problems. Show me please. See? My Leos do to avoid these problems. So what you can do is legit. It's tapping into that Leo energy. This is the Strength card right here, you guys. That talks about tapping into your inner fighting spirit, you guys. The Strength card is not something that I take lightly, because it's dead as like tapping into a fighting spirit, like a spirit within you that like a normal person can't like tap. A normal person, most people can't tap into, like those situations where you would be defeated, those situations where you would give up. There's a reason why you kept pushing. There's a reason why. It's like fuel, where you're just like, I don't know where this fuel came from. I don't know where this energy came from. I don't know, like how I got this much energy too. It's like a superpower, but the fact that it's Leo energy, baby. So really tapping into your fighting spirit and tapping into your inner self is what's going to help you avoid these obstacles, these possible problems in the future. This also talks about building up your confidence, you guys. Finding the strength to continue to move forward, finding the strength to continue to be patient with yourself as you're transforming, as you're healing, etc., etc. Just tapping into your inner fighting spirit and your while you are recovering this part of you from the past. You're learning, you're recovering your own dreams, you're even having some things revealed to you from just your childhood, your past life, and just things from your past. You're having a lot of things revealed from your past. It's going to help you create your goals or create your legacy. So I see you're learning a lot about your legacy, or maybe even that's what's going to help you, just learning more about your past, seeing how that's going to help you form the legacy that you have, or maybe even learning more about your legacy, if that makes sense. Finding the strength to like tapping into the strength of your legacy. Like I feel like maybe if you like, I do feel like for some of you guys it's like if you go ask your parents things that they've been through, or maybe even your grandparents things that they've been through, you're going to actually feel empowered. That's where that power is going to be coming from, because you're going to be listening to stories that they tell you about the things that they've been through, where they're at now, how they got to where they got to, and it's just gonna make you feel like, wow, if that person can do it, their blood runs through my blood, type of thing. I do feel like that's what's gonna help a lot of you guys. It's just really seeing, wow, you've had all these problems and you still made a way, you still did this. A lot of you guys, I feel like it's like your mom or something, just the sacrifices that they made and stuff like that. So let's see what will surely manifest these problems. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Can you show me what will surely manifest these problems for my Leo? So what will surely manifest these problems, you guys, is the Knight of Cups. And this is going back and forth. Going back and forth on the love that you have for yourself. Going back and forth on the love that you have for your own creative projects and the things that you want to create. Going back and forth on the love that you show towards the people around you, the things that you love, the people that you love, etc., etc. Knight of Wands is not really consistent. This could also talk about an apology as well, you guys. But this Seven of... Whoa. That's funny. So the Seven of Wands and the King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys, like I said, this is you going back and forth on, one day I'm feeling really empowered and I want to take these actions towards creating a life that I want, but here's an obstacle now. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I just want to quit. This is you tapping into your inner strength of keeping your commitment to your commitment. For those of you guys, this is like someone who you are romantically involved with, who I feel like you may possibly be waiting for an apology, or you may be waiting for them to reach out to you or something, and that's an obstacle. And what will surely manifest it is you just going back and forth on the love that you say you have for this person. So just asking yourself if you really, really do love them. Yeah, see, because the Two of Pentacles is the juggling thing, understanding love, you know, you can't, like, love is beautiful because love allows for you to grow on your own time. Love doesn't really have a time limit to it if it's unconditional love, you know. And it's like, you don't have to be with me physically in order for me to love you, in order for me to even send you love, in order for me to even want you to be successful, you know. It's just like, yes, you hurt me, this hurt taught me these things, I'm still going to allow for you to transform, just like, you know, I would want for you to allow for me to transform. It's so beautiful, you guys, when you have that type of love. It's very, very rare. Where it's just like you're able to actually grow together through all parts, you know, all parts. Like, one moment I was this very, very, you know, toxic, self-centered, egotistical person, and maybe one moment they were, and one moment they were that person who just accepted that type of treatment. Or, you know, roles could have been reversed, but we both grew, you know. And so it's just like, now this person doesn't accept that, and now I am learning to, you know, not have this huge ego to actually consider other people's point of view, to see another person's perspective, you know. So it's really cool to have that type of love, to where you can love someone through all of their issues, because really that love is what helps them detach from that version of themselves. That love for yourself as well, because some of you guys, it's like not attaching yourself to this version, not attaching others to that past version, but loving them through it all. And just because you love them through it all does not mean you have to physically be there, you guys. But I do feel like for this, you guys, because like I said, some of you guys, it is an apology, reaching out, showing that you actually love this person. What will surely manifest it is you having this guard up, you know. So if you do actually want, because I see some of y'all are waiting for this person to connect to you, or connect with you. If you actually do want this person in your life, you're going to have to unblock them. You're going to have to lower this guard. You're going to have to actually reach out to them. And if you are going to reach out to them, make sure that's something that you genuinely want to do, and that you feel like you can actually trust your own wisdom to not go back and forth, to not be in limbo, to not juggle them, to, like, making sure you are going to want to persevere through that connection, or at least understand, you know, the connection without wanting to hurt them, you know. I do feel like you are going to have to nurture yourself though, and make sure you are grounded within yourself. So I do feel like this is you, you know, saying things and doing things, but not really wanting to back it up with the actions, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and start reading your chakra cards then. So thank you so very much, Spirit. I appreciate you. What additional messages do you have from our Leos? Can you show me two, please, Spirit? So we got two that came out. We have trickery and we have expansion, which is really crazy to me. It's really wild to me, you guys. Like, how this stuff, like, it's just so weird how it correlates with everything. Okay, so first we're gonna do trickery, and that talks about your heart chakra, you guys. It's like, if you're not, you can't really create what it is that you want to create if your heart is not in it. And if y'all remember that Three of Swords that's at the bottom of the deck, your heart is broken, your heart is hurt. So if you're trying to create from a broken space, a broken heart place, that's why things aren't really creating the way that you want, because your heart is not healed. So it's just like, I'm really trying to make this relationship work, I'm really trying to make this business work, why isn't it working? You know, where are you creating it from? Are you creating it from a healthy, healed heart? Ask yourself. So trickery says, notice here that there may be manipulation because of fear of being rejected. And that's funny, because that is literally the problem that you might encounter in the near future, feeling rejected. So this says, there's no evil intent, only a deep desire to be loved. This card may also indicate that you should practice asking for your true heart's desire rather than fearing someone else's resentment. So trickery says, the tempter is just as guilty as the thief. During trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expected. Am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? What do I really need to say? Dance of scarcity, coveting possessions, vulnerable heart, self-honesty, accusing others, hidden motives, vision, honesty, and greed. Then we also have expansion. This talks about your throat chakra, you guys. This is like personal leadership is brought into play. It also redefined beliefs that no longer works for you and no longer serves you. So this is about how you communicate, present yourself, etc., etc. So expansion says your life is changing as you move away from the old way of relating to others. New people are entering your life. Relationships may no longer work. You need to reach out to those who are in the same vibrational frequency of personal upliftment. Call upon higher companions to advise you during this time. So expansion says you'll see it when you believe it. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who is critical of your dreams. This indicates possibly changing your friends. How can I create powerful alliances? Are new people entering my life? Wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, being guided, counseling, connection, and progress. So I'm going to read the meditation for this. It says, imagine something that you believe to be impossible for you to achieve. Maybe your dream job, more money, a divine relationship. Can you imagine it? Repeat aloud, I know this is possible. Say this phrase until you believe it. When you are ready, let go. If you know your desires can be, it already is. So this is very beautiful. And it's not a cups, you guys. It's not a physical thing. So this could also be like your energy as well, your emotions towards. Okay, I said I want to create this, or I said I wanted to do this, and then one day you're just like, you know what, I don't want to create this anymore. You know, but it's just like if you say you want to do this, and you say like you already put it out there. You're the Queen of Wands, very creative person. I'm creating this. You know, just know it's gonna come. You know, and literally, if you have to reaffirm yourself to till you know, just know it's going to come. I'm not sure when it's going to come, but I know it will come. So I'm going to just continue to persevere until it comes. So let's go ahead and start reading the Work Your Light Oracle. Then we're going to wrap things up. The additional messages you have for my Leos. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? And I do feel like that stable foundation, that grounding right there will, if you don't do that, it will surely manifest your problems of just feeling rejected. Because you nurturing yourself is beautiful because you won't look for other people to nurture you. Or the nurturing from other people will just be the sprinkles on the ice cream. So awakening, even though sprinkles are nasty, chocolate fudge. Energetic upgrade, a new way of being, and integration. So awakening to new things. And then we have answer the call. What is your soul calling for you to do? So with that being said, I love you guys so much. I pray that this message resonated for whoever it's supposed to resonate for. Remember, we are always growing and we're always lit. Y'all have a wonderful day on purpose, okay? Toodles.